It's taken nearly 10 years. Today, some families hit hard by Hurricane Dolly in 2008, finally receiving some financial relief from FEMA.
Channel 5's Jennifer Carpenter spoke with some of the families getting that much needed help.
The victims of Hurricane Dolly didn't just weather the storm. For those I spoke with, the road to recovery involved weathering nearly a decade-long court battle. It is the screams of her children Maria Garcia tells us she remembers clearly.
They were traumatized.
In 2008, Hurricane Dolly hit her home. The wall fell in. She says she and her children held it up through the storm.
It felt like it lasted forever. I don't know how long it lasted. We were fighting against the wind and rain.
With no insurance, Garcia turned to the Federal Emergency Management Agency for help. Garcia says FEMA turned her down. A decade later, children grown, she shows us she is still making repairs.
Everything was rotten.
Her story echoed by 23 other victims, holding to hope that today would happen. Friday, 10 years later, aid came in from FEMA. The agency lost an 8-year battle against La Union Del Pueblo Entero and Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid, representing the families.
This lawsuit really put FEMA on notice.
TRLA attorney Tracy Figueroa says FEMA refused providing aid in 2008 to these families because agents claimed the poor conditions of their homes prior to the storm freed FEMA from responsibility. A judge in U.S. Brownsville federal court found otherwise.
I'm hoping that these lawsuits help the government to see that there is different standards for different areas.
And it's just justice that we deserve that money because the government has money for disasters and we deserve it.
With an $11,538 check in hand, Garcia returns to her embattled home.
It's very depressing to see how the house ended up. But now we know that the union sued. That gives me more strength to have a victory in this lawsuit against FEMA. I'm very, very grateful with all my heart.
The new year, Garcia says, is bringing her a chance to finally put a new roof over her family's head. The attorney with Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid says this is not the only lawsuit from our region they're fighting against FEMA. She tells me another case stemming from 2015 and 2016 flooding is currently in Washington, D.C. In the studio, Jennifer Carpenter, Channel 5 News at 6.